How's it going, guys? So I do apologize for this video being out later than expected. Unfortunately, my last day of Too Many Games, my microphone broke. Really in this video, I just want to talk about my experience at Too Many Games. I want to talk about, the things I really liked about it, some things I found to be really unique. Maybe a few things I kind of disliked about it. But go over, my whole experience at Too Many Games. If you guys want to stay tuned, you can hear my stories. Alright guys, I hope everyone's weekend was as great as mine. So my weekend actually kicked off last Thursday where I stayed at my friend Russ Lyman's house. If you guys don't watch him on YouTube already, definitely do so. He makes some fantastic content. So he's about halfway between where I live and where Too Many Games is being held in Oaks, Pennsylvania. So we figured Thursday I'll stay at his place, so Friday morning we can wake up early and head out from there with his friend Dave. Now Thursday I did a little bit of game hunting, which I'll show in a complete different video because I have a lot of pickups that I don't really want to make it through into this video because it would make this video way too long. I really just want to talk about my experience, talk about some stories and some things I really liked about the convention. So Thursday, got some pickups, we had some dinner, ran into some raccoons, it was pretty crazy. But besides that, you fall asleep pretty much Friday morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning is when I finally fell asleep. And it was like 7:30, I finally woke up. Get my stuff together so at 9 o'clock we can head out and head to Too Many Games down in Oaks, Pennsylvania. So we get there, it's about 12:30, get settled, get our stuff together in the car, like our camera stuff, some stuff we wanted to give to our friends. So we pretty much got in the car like 10 minutes after, and walking to the convention, walking towards the convention, you already got an amazing vibe from it. Now I've been to quite a few conventions in the past, and the one thing that Too Many Games definitely has is it has amazing parking and the location is perfect. You have, a bunch of restaurants nearby, you have, local convenience stores, you have Target and things like that. So if you need something, you're very close. It's not like you have to drive multiple miles away where you have parking because, just the location itself was great. On top of that, when I first got the car, walking towards the line, I meet up with someone who I've been looking to meet for quite some time. Now my friend Dan and I, we've been talking on Instagram for over a year now. He's been following my channel, been a huge supporter of the channel, as well as his fiance Shelby. So first walking towards the convention, actually met up with them, got to finally meet him in person. He's from Pennsylvania as well, so it's not easy to make a multiple hour trip to go meet someone, but Too Many Games was able to bring a lot of people together, and it was a great opportunity to meet a lot of YouTubers or even friends I've gone to through like Facebook groups or even any kind of retro community out there. So Too Many Games was perfect for that. So while I'm waiting in line, I actually see the Rebel Gaming Club roll up, and Rebel Gaming Club, what you see is what you get with them, and that's actually what I left in the comment. Like, exactly how they are in their videos is exactly how they are in person. Maybe not like, I would say, no, never mind. I was going to say they're not as outrageous, but then I have to take that back because they are outrageous. But I had 2 games for Dan, and I had to hook him up with those because he does so much for the community with just his videos alone and like the entertainment they produce that, I gave him 2 games that probably go for like, $25, $30, but I don't care about the price tag because I know he needs them, so I had no problem handing them over to him. So from my understanding is that Too Many Games is supposed to open up at 12 o'clock where you can go into the, the free play arcade. At 2 o'clock, I guess the marketplace is supposed to open. I'm not sure what happened, but it wasn't until like 1:30 we finally get to go into the convention. So 1:30 we get in there, wait in line in the arcade so we can get to the marketplace. And 2 o'clock rolls around, we're finally able to go in. The one thing that I have to give props to with the way it was set up, and I'm not sure if if it's because it was like a first come first served basis. You first walk in your right and left, you see tons of artwork. And that I find to be really important because artists, it's not easy being an artist, whether you do anything with like painting or perler beads or crafts like knitting or crocheting, I guess, whatever you want to call it, or any kind of arts as a whole, whether it's like music. It's not easy to do. It's not it's not the easiest thing to pay the bills with. And the fact that they were the first ones there when they first walk in, it was really cool to see that. On top of that, you have the Too Many Games booth, so if you want to get a t-shirt, pin, or whatever it may be, that was there as well. So definitely, I find it really awesome that, supporting the arts was like the first thing you see when you first walk in. So when I go to conventions, I usually try to scope it out on day one, get a feel for the floor, get an idea, what's where everything is, check out, play my panels, and a bunch of things like that, which I absolutely really, I kind of regret not going to a lot of panels. I did go to one on day 2, which I'll go over in just a minute. And again, I was actually only at TooManyGames for 2 days alone. So Friday, you know, just walking around, I pick up some games I've been looking for. I meet a lot of people I've been looking to meet, such as I met up with CaptNRetro. I met up with, like I said, Rebel Gaming Club, my friend Dan, his fiance Shelby. I meet up with Shelton from Retro Games Final Beer. I meet up with Jeremy Stubbs. Oh my god, I met a lot of freaking people. RGT85, Sean Long. I met up, you know, with this friend who does a Nintendo Enthusiast with Hey Jay. Oh my god, I met a lot of people, and like that's exactly what I wanted this convention to be. I didn't really care getting games because, as you guys know, I get games so freaking often that it's no big problem if I didn't get a lot of stuff at the end of the day. But just meeting up with a lot of, you know, content creators and friends on Facebook, you know, with the retro groups, is exactly what this convention was extremely helpful for. So meeting everyone was perfect. Another thing they had that was really cool on Saturday was the cosplay wrestling, which I haven't watched wrestling in probably close to 20 years. I've never watched it in person. Yeah, I know this is amateur stuff, but it was freaking hilarious. I got quite a few chuckles, so I'll try to throw in some clips here and there, hoping to have this video actually out by Friday, so I'm saying that now. But yeah, Saturday was really fun, you know, just meeting a bunch of people, doing some game hunting and all that cool stuff. So Saturday we get back to, Friday, get back to the hotel room, we get settled in there because we didn't even go to the hotel yet. We're in a really cool area in, I think it's Phoenixville. We, you know, after we unpack, you know, get settled in, we go on the road, we get some ice cream. I got some matcha green tea, ice cream, and a pretzel cone, which I might have a picture of that. It was delicious. Pretzel cone, green tea ice cream, it was wicked good. After that, we shot a really funny Cribs video with Russ Lyman, his friend David Puzo, and myself. I'll post the link right up here right now so you guys can check that, or I'll post it maybe actually in the bottom. So you guys can definitely watch that video. It's really funny. It's just a stupid little Cribs video. It was like a little skit. But in the end, it was honestly really fun to make. I play a lot of video games. We play NES Classic. I have my Switch with me. And really, I fell asleep like almost instantly from like not having any sleep the night before. And at 1 o'clock, I finally crashed. Like I was out like a light. Wake up pretty early Saturday, and we then head out to TooManyGames again. We got there, I think, at like 9 o'clock. Wait in line for, actually we didn't wait in line that long. We actually mostly waited in the car. Then went in line, got in there at 10, do a bunch of game hunting, you know, grabbed quite a few games. I wasn't really looking to grab a lot, but like I said, my want list was like mostly extreme sports titles, so really cheap games. A few Master System games I'm missing. If you guys aren't aware, I am going for a complete Master System set, so I'm going to be doing some more videos on that because I want to talk to you guys more about it and like the reasons why I collect and, you know, really where I'm at with it. But let's forget that. But the convention, it was great, and like now I'm gonna start talking about the things I really liked about it. So the convention, the location was awesome. You have a lot of surrounding, you know, like local stores and everything you can go to if you need food, you know, whatever it is, you know, whatever you need. You have Target, you have Wawa, you have, you know, food like I think it was like Wendy's, and there was Buffalo Wild Wings and a few other places. It wasn't crowded either. It was wicked hot, not really in the convention too much, maybe on Friday it's pretty warm, but it wasn't crowded, so that was a huge perk. Like, you're not constantly bumping into people. Yeah, you have the small crowds of people, but you know, it was comfortable. There was a lot of vendors, so you pretty much could get anything you're really looking for the most part, and there's a lot of the variety of vendors as well. So like I said, there's artwork, you have, you know, anything from all types of games. There was someone who had cookies at their booth, which was really cool. There is a lot of indie developers there too, which I've seen at PAX East before, so running into them was really cool. They actually remembered a few videos I've made for them before, so it was really neat running into them. So really, one thing I really can't stand at conventions sometimes is how crowded they can be when you're bumping into people left and right. When you feel like you shouldn't have a backpack but you need one, that can be, you know, a bummer. But really, it's a really good area, and like the variety of things they have, it just keeps you going. Like, I think I looked at every single booth at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So that was, you know, it was just really cool actually going there. One thing also I did on Saturday, which I probably should mention, is I went to the RGT, or the Nintendo Enthusiast panel, where they talked about, you know, the current state of Nintendo. And it was just really funny watching Sean Long get his butt kicked in Street Fighter, even though he talks about how good he is. He got beat by the first person. Watching them play 1-2 Switch was really hilarious. And you got to see a lot of the local people who we talked to, you know, Facebook groups, you know, everyone getting together, watching the panel, supporting each other. So that was really neat as well. Also, let's see, I'm trying to think of other things I really liked about it. Pretty much everything. It was a really fun convention. I am definitely going to go back next year because the variety of things it has, and like just the convention, really, it was really cool. I'm like probably completely forgetting things, but like I met so many people, and I think I already threw in like, you know, like RGT85, so Sean Long. I think, you know, I met like CaptNRetro and Jerbs and Retro Games Vinyl and Beer, so Shelton. I met just a whole bunch of people. Someone who local who supports my channel as well, met him, who gave me a game to give to the Rebel Gaming Club, which I didn't have, which was a Wii title. So really cool seeing how like the channels kind of linked, and I was able to give something to them that someone else gave to me to give to them. Was really cool as well. Yeah, it was just a really fun experience, and the only one negative thing I can honestly say is that, like I said, I was looking for cheap games. So you saw a lot of the same things there. You saw multiple, so many copies of Earthbound. You saw tons of Little Samsons. You saw, you know, a lot of the same rare games. Now I understand, you know, why they're there, because you can bring one game you can sell for $500, as opposed to bringing like 50 games you're going to sell for $5 each and make like half that. So I completely understand, you know, why a lot of, you know, the vendors were bringing the expensive games, but I was a little bummed I didn't have much of a variety of like the cheaper or common titles, because, you know, I was going for, you know, sports games like NBA Street. Let's see what else, like you know, baseball games, like a variety of them. So, you know, MLB Slugfest, I was going for like NFL Blitz, I was going for like Tony Hawk games, and a bunch of things I was missing on the PS2. So that would be the only one downside to, you know, really what I was really missing, or what was missing from the convention. But like I said, I completely understand where they're coming from, because it's easy to bring one game that sells for $500 as opposed to 50 games that they can try to sell for $10 each. It's just, you know, having, you know, more inventory can be a little more difficult than having just a few more of the pricier items. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this video, my experience at TooManyGames. If I forgot to mention anyone, I really do apologize. I'm like trying to wing this video, or, you know, throw it all together. But really, everyone had an opportunity to meet, everyone who I actually hung out with, every vendor who got me some solid deals. Thank you guys all so much for everything you do, for not only myself, but what you do for the retro community. It is always greatly appreciated. But if you guys did like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up in the comments below. Let me know if you went to TooManyGames, or if you plan on going to a convention anytime soon. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do so you can check out future content. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great week hunting.